Howdy there, folks. Scooter here. Welcome to the Dusk to Dawn Saloon. What's going on in this place? Let me tell you. So February 2025, I was sitting at what I call Hamm Show Week, Medina, Minnesota. The Hamm's Club puts on the annual Hamm's Beer Show at the Medina Ballroom in Medina, Minnesota. Leading up to that, Monday, Tuesday, folks, vendors, collectors, they start coming in and they stay at the Medina Inn Hotel and they have this room to room. Well, the room to room vendors set up in there and they sell stuff throughout the week. People visit, hang out. It's just a great time. Saturday night, we tear down and we set up on Sunday morning for the Hamm show in the ballroom. So I was watching, while I was at the show, I was watching the Facebook page for the club, and I noticed that there's a lot of people that were a little concerned about, what's a room to room? You want me to walk into somebody's hotel room? That sounds kind of weird. Yeah, I suppose to an average guy that does. But I just kept watching this, and I kept watching more people say, hey, you know, I'm a new collector. I don't know, I'm a little intimidated. And I got this idea. Hey, I should make a video. And I should go talk to people to encourage others to come out and check out this room to room and see how amazing it was. The first time I was there, I almost turned around and walked out the door. I met a guy named Dennis Lovato, and he was so kind, and you know, we become buds, and he's one of the good ones. And because of him, I ended up staying, and it was the best thing I ever did. I got to meet so many fabulous people, and my life's better because of it. So anyway, I made this video so that people could check it out, and maybe, you know, it would encourage them to come in. And I got a lot of good feedback. Now, this was the first video I made interviewing, and I mean, it was just for a beer page. So I was completely green, and but it was a good time. We had some good conversations. And I think we're gonna break this one up into two parts. It's about an hour long together, so we'll break it up into 2 half-hour episodes. And I want you to check it out. You can put some faces to the names you might see on the Hamm's pages, if you remember there. If you've ever wondered what a room to room's like, I think this might explain it for you and calm you down and maybe make you come out and see it. So you know how it goes. Pull up a stool, crack a cold one. Let's go check this out. Hey everybody, Scooter here. We're live at Medina, the room to room. I'm here with Ed Riles. Ed,
howdy.
I'm about to ask you the hard-hitting questions.
Okay, let's do it.
When did you start collecting?
Oh, I started collecting probably about 3 years ago.
Okay, what brought you into this hobby? What made you want to get into the beer hobby?
My mom's mother and dad, my grandma and grandpa, owned a bar restaurant in Wilmot, South Dakota. It was about 10 minutes from the Minnesota border. And of course, they had Hamm's and Grain Belt in their bar. And when I was 5 years old, I started going to the bar and drank a few beers next to my mom. And they had Hamm signs, and I remember those Hamm signs. They had a cooler sign, they had the yellow border sign, they had, of course, a Cinerama, and they had a Hamm's calendar.
Did you ever see the bear poke his head out the tent?
I did not, but the guys at the bar always said the same thing, you know, watch that Cinerama, and pretty soon a bear will poke his head out of the tent. And when you're 5 to 7 years old, you sit there and you wait for the full evolution, 5 minutes, and you missed it. So you wait another 5 minutes, you miss it again, and then you turn around and you tell the guys at the bar there's no bear, and they say, oh, you just missed it. So then you watch it, 2 more evolutions.
What makes you want to come to the Medina for the Hamm show every year?
Well, it is the show of all shows.
Yeah.
As far as Hamm's goes, you can't find any better Hamm signs. There's a huge, certainly crowd waiting to get in at the Hamm show. The room to room is great because you get to meet people, network with people. Certainly have that camaraderie and have a few drinks together, and that's what it's all about.
So you're here at Medina. There's all this awesome stuff. What is one piece you hope to find?
I think I found one piece this week, and Dr. Hamm's, Steve Miner, and Barry Travis had 10 different signs from the 30s. They were all cardboard, one of a kind. And when I put my eyes on those, I couldn't resist. They had the provenance behind each of the 10 signs, and they're just gorgeous, beautiful signs. And pristine condition. So that was my find for this trip.
That's pretty cool. I saw those. All right, folks. We're moving on. Hey guys, room to room with the infamous Randy Reneker. Randy, how long have you been collecting beer stuff?
Been collecting beer stuff probably on and off for around 10 years, but I've been a collector my whole life of advertising goods, in particular Minnesota advertising goods. So by proxy, I became a Hamm collector, Hamm's collector.
So what made you want to get into the hobby?
You know, it started casually. Really enjoyed the advertising items that Hamm's put out. I'm an outdoorsman, so I'd like to have those advertising pieces on the wall, and I created a man cave. And then honestly, just meeting some of the people in this group, in this fraternity, that really spurred me on to the next level. The guys and the gals in this Hamm's group, top of the class, really. So that really helped me go to the next level.
What makes the Medina like the best? We know it's Hamm's, but what makes the Medina special to you?
It's because it's one time a year. We have people from all over the country that attend this show, and getting to see friends that you maybe only get to see once or twice a year. Getting to see them here, the camaraderie, enjoy a beer with friends, have a good meal Saturday night. That's really what I look forward to.
If you could find one piece at this show, something, we all collect different things. Pencil sharpeners, napkins, signs. You can find one thing at this show, and what would it be?
I would say my dream piece, if anyone's out there and you own this, I would pay stupid money for this. I would like to see some type of literature, some type of paperwork on the pre-prohibition glasses, the etched glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see some type of paperwork on that. That'd be my dream piece. If anything like that is out there, even if you're not willing to sell it, I'd love to see it. Please.
All right. And then one final question. You like drinking Hamm's beer?
I love me a Hamm's beer.
I like me a Hamm's beer, too. Thanks, guys. We're on to the next. We're still at Medina. I'm here with Dennis Lovato, the first guy that I met from the beer club. Dennis, is this your favorite time of year?
Oh, I got to tell you something. February in Medina, I know it's cold as heck outside, but it's warm in here. Great collectors, great people. I won't miss a show. It's. I think this is like my fifth one,
Okay.
And it just gets better every year.
How long have you been a member of the Hamm's Club?
So I joined. I paid my dues a couple years ago. I've been collecting since the 90s. My brother-in-law had a distributorship. I'm from Illinois. So when he was closing, Carl is his name. He's like, hey, would you like some of the stuff? So I got the 5-foot styrofoam bear at the house. I got the
You've showed me that a
mirrors.
couple times.
Yeah.
New
So,
in the box.
you know, I've been collecting for a while, but when I first came here a couple, 3 years ago, 2020 is when my first year here, I thought, you know what, this is a fantastic group. I would really enjoy collecting more stuff. And when you come up here, you're never going to know what you're going to see.
You don't.
It's crazy.
What is your favorite thing about Medina? Like, what is what makes you look forward to it the most?
I'd have to say the most part or the best part of coming up here is seeing the people like you just heard from Randy.
Yeah.
Seeing the people that you haven't seen in a year, or it might be 6-7 months, and when you come to when you come to Medina, it's like you haven't seen anybody in like a week and a half.
Right.
You pick up right where you left off, and it's usually with cold Hamm's.
Kind of works go together.
Oh yeah, and we do the name tag, so everybody knows pretty much anybody if you do show up here in Minnesota.
Hot question. I'm trying to ask everybody. If there's one thing you can find or have found at this show this weekend, what is it?
So, as Randy mentioned, he's into a lot of cardboard and advertisement. And excuse me for a second, I'm just going to come over here.
Don't mind Mr. Lovato.
I was lucky enough to be able to pick up a castle glass,
That is
a Waldeck castle glass.
Now, how rare are these
I'm
glasses?
telling you, it's very rare. It's very rare. We made a deal and I appreciate, I'm not going to tell you who the seller was, but I appreciate everything that we worked out and was able to bring this down to Shanahan, Illinois, into my collection.
So, I got a couple 30 packs over there in the room.
We'll talk.
We work out a deal?
No, I don't think so. I'll
right.
drink your 30 pack, but no, this one's coming home.
Hey, thank you for the time.
Thanks,
I
Scoop.
appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
And I always enjoy seeing you.
It's a great time. If you ever get a chance to meet Jason Phillips, aka Scooter, I'm telling you, he's one of a kind. He's definitely called a friend now.
I don't know if one of kind is good or bad.
I don't know.
All right, guys.
Take care.
All right, Medina Hotel Room. This is Randy Seawick. This is probably one of the guys I met the first year.
Yep.
Built a friendship. Randy,
Up at the factory.
how long you been collecting beer stuff?
I started collecting beer cans in the 60s when I was a kid, and my dad got me started when he was a kid. He had a large Cinerama 65 and a Budweiser carousel, which I forgot about. I guess that must not have been as important as the Hamm signs, but long time.
Was it your dad that got you into beer collecting?
No, I just was fascinated by the way the signs moved and looked. I was only 4 years old when we built the house, and it was behind the bar, and I've been fascinated with them ever since.
So you're here at Medina, and this trip's coming up. It's a big deal. What is the biggest thing you look forward to when you come up here?
For me, it's the friendship. Meeting all the people, seeing old friends, meeting new ones, having that fun, that bond, irreplaceable. The stuff is nice, don't get me wrong, but the friendships are the best.
We always say that sign on the wall could be worth $100,000, but the friendships are worth even more.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's what it's about.
Now here's the hot question I'm asking everybody. Are you ready?
Yep.
You got a chance to buy that one thing you've always been chasing. Just one. You can only pick one. What is that one item that you're hoping you find?
Oh my God. I bought some nice things. I bought a can, it was $850. That was a bucket list one, an OI. So that maybe the other OI, that's a pretty tough one. Sign-wise, I call it the Beast, the three-sided one, and I might have an inside to that. I better make sure I have good studs on the
Well,
walls.
let's not give up the goods on the line. All right, guys. We're going to keep going around. We're going to keep interviewing you.
Appreciate you, Jason. Have a good one.
Thanks,
Love you,
buddy.
buddy.
All right, guys. We're still at the Medina, the room-to-room Hamm Show Week. Best time of the year. I am here with the Godfather, Paul Cervanka. Paul, how long have you been collecting?
I started in the mid-'90s, and I came in on when the Hamm Show was just starting. Kirk Schnicker started the show, and in the club, and a lot of people told him, don't do it, it's not worth it, whatever, but he was persistent. He had contacted Bill Stein, who was the Hamm's Bear artist, and Bill Stein is just a great guy. And Kirk started the show, and I've been here since the first show, and I've never missed a show.
You're the veteran.
Indoor or outdoor show, I've been to every one of them.
Are you the longest lasting veteran of all these shows, you think?
Well, there's only a couple of us that have been here from the first show.
So you have a gold jacket.
Well, yeah, I actually have I have some stuff that's priceless. I've got a print from Bill Stein, the
Nice.
artist, and I'm in the Hamm's Club Hall of Fame.
All right.
And so no, I've been around a long time.
What makes you look forward to coming to Medina every year?
The friendships, the people I meet. We've lost so many people I used to know that were really great people. Some of them were dealers, some of them weren't. Some of them came to just buy, some of them came to hang out. And we've had a lot of people have passed away, and we've had other people that had change of interest and sold their collections and are
Sure.
no longer here. There's very few of us left from the original group. But, that's why I love coming here, is because of the people and the fun and friendship. I mean, think about it. You like beer signs, they're so cool, they light up, there's motion, and you can go room to room to room and buy and sell, and you drink hams all week.
You can't beat
How
that.
can you beat that? Right.
All right, we're going to end this.
Uh-huh.
And this question has put the fear in the eyes of many people. You can only pick one item. You walk into that show on Sunday or in this room to room, one item, bucket list item, and you got to have it for your collection. What is it?
That's a very good. it's a very good question. And now if it's a Hamm's item, I would say I have a Moon to Moon. I have the blinking mugs. I have some of the real nice ones. Nice. I would probably say one of the Bill Stein artist signature drawings.
That's a good pick.
Bill Stein.
And you
Anything Bill Stein.
last night at dinner, I believe you said he was the most prolific artist.
He was a great man. Yeah.
All right, folks, The Godfather. You can't top this fella here. We're going to keep going. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
Hey guys, still at the Medina. I am here with the infamous Grand Marshal of Hammy Hour, Jim Warner. Look at him smile. I even made him laugh. God, I'm getting good at this stuff. Jim, how long have you been collecting beer stuff?
About 5 years.
And you got into it, what was it, just a random thing that you decided to start getting into the hams hobby, or did you collect other items?
Honestly, I met Dennis Lobato and he got me interested in collecting.
Well, we've met Dennis earlier today. He's a lot. So, what would you look forward to, what do you look forward most to this show that happens every year in the Medina? Like what?
Camaraderie. I come here to see my friends.
Yeah? You can't beat that. I think you're the one who told me that
I've got one of my friends I'm getting ready to beat.
I don't know who that might be. It's probably John McAllister.
Might be.
So, here's the big question, the hard hitter. You have one item, not one of each type, Randy. You have one item that you find at the show, and you can bring it home. What is it?
I've already got it all. When those guys got together and got me my unicorn glass, that was the pinnacle of my collection.
Jim he only collects glassware, and it's hard to top that. Jim, what's your piece of advice for a new hams collector?
Be patient.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the man of many words, Jim Warner.
Christ.
You've all heard him. You've all seen him. He's famous. He's a legend. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Hahn. Dave, how long ago did you start collecting?
About 10 years.
What got you into the hobby?
But that doesn't count the 70s original beer can collecting craze.
Okay, so you started in beer cans.
I started in beer cans before I could buy beer.
Okay.
Got back into it when I bought a house with a bar in the basement.
Okay.
Ended up with Hamm's because they got the coolest motion lights.
They do. What is your favorite, I guess I would say, genre of collecting? What type items?
The Hamm's motion lights.
That's
definitely.
it, hand down.
That's what turns my crank the most.
And what would be the second runner-up to that?
They're not mine.
I've gotten some nice old cardboard, reverse on glass lights, stuff that's 100 years old.
That's
is
awesome.
the cool stuff. If you can afford it.
If you saw a new guy come into this club, what would you give him as a piece of advice?
I would tell him to collect what he likes and tell his wife it's a better investment than stock.
Dave, what's that one item you got to have that if you saw it on the table and money was no object, what would you want to bring home?
Well, I'm looking for a Baltimore light, daytime or nighttime. I haven't got either one yet.
All right, I don't either.
So those are my unicorns right now.
All right, buddy.
I'm also looking for a tap handle with Earl and Sasha.
Okay.
They're very rare.
If you had to pick one, what would it be? The tap handle?
Probably
or
the nighttime Baltimore.
Yeah, that's kind of hard. Yeah. All right, Dave. We're going to keep
you.
going.
3100 was gonna
I'm here
fly
with
for
the biggest
large
jerk in the
one.
business. I'm just kidding. Reed Grunset, how long have you been collecting beer stuff?
About 5-6 years now.
Okay, did you start in hams? Did you start in...
Started in Hamm's. My next door neighbors had the
You want 20 for
canoe
that?
serving tray up at their cabin. I thought that's really cool, so they gave it to me. And I was drinking Hamm's beer before that. Then I went to my first show here in Medina about 5 years ago, bought a few small things, and after that I was lured and sucked in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. If you had a new collector come up to you, or you're meeting a person that might be interested in the hobby, what's the one piece of advice you'd give them right away?
Don't jump in too quick. Take your time. Talk to people that have collected for a while. Talk to the newer collectors to see what they started out with. You know, the ones that have been doing it for only 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, it's as a person that came into this very green, it really helped to get to know those things.
And there's so many different variations of so much things out there. I mean, you can look at 4 or 5 different things. They all look the same to you, but they all have a variance of difference. It could be a letter, it could be a word, it could be a color, size of a glass.
What do you look forward to most when you come to Medina every year?
Seeing all you guys, seeing my buddies and my pals that I've met over the last 4 or 5 years. And once in a while I'll find something that I don't have that I have to take home with me.
Or take it home, it's something maybe Scooter would want to take home.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, the big question. One item. The money's no object.
Can I have 2 items?
No. All right, I'll give you 2.
All right. 1950s dancing goblets, sign, neon sign.
Oh, okay. All right.
And there's 2 pre-prohibition serving trays. It's the same tray, but there's like talking about variations. There's one with 4 breweries on it and one with 5 breweries on it. So I think Stephen Miner's the only one that has one, and I'm not even sure about that. But there's 4 or 5 I believe that are out there, and that's it.
Hey.
Thanks, buddy.
Always love seeing you.
All right, you too.
Hey everybody, I'm here with a legend, Brandon Rogers.
The King of Smalls, they call me.
That's right. And I'm the owner of the Night and Day Tavern.
You own 2 bars now.
I do. The Dusk to Dawn I had to start because some creep down in Iowa has decided to take over my bar.
Wisconsin's the best state.
Brandon, hard-hitting questions. Are you ready?
All right.
All right. How long have you been collecting?
7 or 8 years.
All right. So what brought you into this hobby?
My dad was a collector when he was younger, and I used to go down to my grandma's and fish through beer can boxes.
Really? Mm-hmm. What kind of things did you find? Did you like to go for the labels? Did you look for brands? I assume labels probably drew you in, huh?
Whatever was interesting, it really was. And when I started collecting, I did all Minnesota breweries. And then I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? I need to pick a brand. I have to pick one, and Hamm's proved it.
That's pretty awesome.
And here we are.
So a lot of people don't know what the room-to-room is, and they go, what do you mean I'm going to be walking into somebody's room? What would you tell somebody that's nervous about coming out and checking out the room-to-room?
I will say the room-to-room is the absolute best way to meet people, start making connections, making friends, and just it's the base of our hobby. It is friendship. It is camaraderie.
And would you say that that's the thing you look forward to the very, very, very most?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And it's a common theme.
Everybody,
it is. That seems
Truly.
to be. So, hard one now, okay? This is going to be tough. You can only pick one. Don't care what brand, don't care what it is, but only one. Money's no object. You walk into that show Sunday or you're roaming the halls here at the room-to-room. One item. What do you get? What are you hoping for?
Somebody find me a Thursday to Hamm's piece. I'm talking the St. Bernard on a cardboard, on a small, on a sign. I do not care. A thirst aid St. Bernard piece, please.
All right,
please.
Buddy. Please. All right, brother. It's always good to see you.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
All right. Hang in there. All right, folks. I'm here with the new guy. Mark Casella. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
So you're here at the Medina. Is this your first time here?
This is my first time doing room-to-room at the Medina Inn.
Have you been to the Hamm show before?
I have been to the Hamm show once before.
Okay. So you started collecting about a year ago.
Correct.
And what brought you to the Hamm's world?
Wow. So I think like everybody's story, like it goes back to when we were kids and like just the Hamm signs, different types of signs, the Scenoramas. And so last year I bought my first Scenorama the day before Medina.
Really?
Drove to Iowa, and drove to Iowa 3.5 hours down, 3.5 hours back, paid a decent rate, and have been for that Scenorama and just fell in love and have been doing it ever since.
That's awesome. As of now, what is your favorite piece?
Oh, it's the last one. right? I mean, every time you buy a Hamm sign and you actually take it apart and you look at it, just the design, it's like you fall in love with it. I mean, I have so many signs that just thought like, I'll pick it up, and it's just the ingenuity and the creativity and everything that goes back, like just, you know, the 50s, the 60s, what they were able to do and create was just absolutely amazing.
So your experience now, you've been to the Medina, this is your second night here.
Yep.
If next year, what would you be looking forward to coming back to this room to room again?
Absolutely. And you know, the one thing for me is like, okay, so I'm normally the guy that's on the sidelines, does nothing, right? Doesn't contribute, doesn't, you know, I'm the consumer. Just I take what I need. And this year, for whatever reason, I'm like, I'm going to lean in, right? I'm going to contribute. I'm going to try to become, you know, part of just an active contributor. And you guys accepted, you know, if you guys accepted
we're
me,
working on that. You're still
yes.
in the, you know,
Yes.
initiation phase.
Absolutely, the hazing process. But if you guys can like take a knucklehead like me in, I just encourage others to get off the sidelines and to get in.
Wow, they took John McAllister in.
That's right. That's right.
So tomorrow, or you know, Saturday or Sunday, money's no object. One piece, one genre of collectible.
Yeah.
What is the one piece you can get?
So I have like my reasonable bucket list and then the unreasonable bucket list.
One item, man. One item.
Boy, I would say it would be a Paul Stanley, probably the motorcycle bear.
All right.
Which is just not going to happen.
That is the most expensive one I think we've had so far.
All right. So, yep.
So, Mark, should they all come out on Sunday?
Absolutely.
Should they come out to the room to room?
Absolutely.
All right. Guys, we're going to keep going. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, it's cold in Minnesota. This is like a perfect activity to do on a below zero day.
And there's beer.
All
right. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here at the Medina Inn with royalty, the doctor himself, Stephen Miner. Steve, how many years have you been collecting beer?
About 50 now.
Okay, what got you, what was it briefly that made you want to collect beer? Was there something that...
I started collecting the Schmidt Scenic cans. I worked for Chrysler, and we'd buy beer for the ride home. And one night I bought the Schmidt cans, and I was intrigued by the colorful cans. And decided to see how many different ones there were, and that's how I got started collecting beer stuff.
And then that just all blew up from there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is one of your favorite things about this hobby?
The people.
You can't beat it.
This group of people, and I'm involved with cars, jukeboxes, sports stuff, that kind of stuff. But by far, this is the best group of people. It's like a family. And you know, and these things are like a big family reunion. They really are. You get, and now with the internet and everything, obviously, back when I started collecting, you didn't have that. So when you had these things, it was really, even now, it's nice, and it's nice to see new people and kind of connect the face. You know, because now with the internet and all that stuff, you know, it's a lot easier to communicate with people.
Oh, that definitely opened a huge door.
Oh.
You're mentioning the new people, okay? So, you've been around for years. You've seen a lot of people come into this hobby and leave the hobby, whatever. You got a new guy walking through the door. Give me 3 pieces of advice that you would give that new collector who's just starting out.
I would say main thing is don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be intimidated, and it would be easy to do because as you're walking into this, you don't know especially if it's your first show, you wouldn't know. And people now, back in the day, it was no big deal to walk into a stranger's hotel room. But now, even now, that people have a problem doing that.
Yep.
But which is unfounded because you won't find a friendlier bunch of people. But I would say be not afraid to ask questions. Because I don't think there's anybody that I know of that would, you're a new guy, just go away. No, the exact opposite. I go out of my way to introduce people to, especially when they're first time they're here, take them around, show them, and because these are the people that are going to be buying my stuff when I tip over. So I mean, you want to encourage younger collectors, and I'm seeing a lot of that now. I love it because especially young couples coming into the deal, and it is fun to see them, their eyes light up when they bring a sign that was their grandma's or grandpa's, and to restore that and bring it back, and it just, it's really fun to see that, the nostalgia factor.
Going more into the new collectors, people walk in very intimidated, like mentioned.
I don't think they're intimidated. I think they don't know what to expect.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's the more,
So if What would you tell somebody? Just give me one of each. Give me a do and a don't when you're going in shopping for a sign.
Do shop around. Do comparison shopping. And again, I can't stress enough, ask questions. Is this original? Is this been repaired? Is this, can you show me, can you tell me about this sign? Is it yours? It's not different but than buying a used car. To ask for the history of the sign, especially if it's an upper dollar. If it's a $5 glass, yeah, you don't have to do that. But if you're spending a major, like a Scenorama or one of the major signs, don't be afraid to ask, hey, what's been done to the sign? Do you know did you just buy the sign at an estate sale and don't know the inside? Or has it been a part? Has it been inspected? What am I going to expect when I get it home and plug it in? That's the most important.
So what would you say not to do?
Never go in and criticize or I don't know what word I'm looking for.
Pick apart
something. If you're not interested in it, just walk away, because all you're going to do is create an enemy there, and everybody's got a different opinion of what's meant and what isn't, and they say don't be afraid to shop around. And again, asking questions. Hey, I'm looking for this particular sign. What can you suggest? Find an experienced guy and say, okay, if somebody comes to me, hey, what do you look for in a Scenorama? Well, you make sure the case is okay. You make sure the roof panels. You make sure it works quietly. You make sure the scroll doesn't have scratches. And there's a lot of things I've done videos with me and Barry. Have done videos on YouTube pertaining to that type of thing, to what to look for. The main thing to remember is it's just a hobby. It's not life or death. It's not organ transplant.
It's a beer sign.
Yeah, it's a beer sign, and nobody's going to live or laugh or die, whatever. But it's fun to do, and make sure it stays fun.
All right, you ready for the hard hitter?
Yes.
I warned you before we started.
You did.
This. You're going to have a tough one.
You did. Okay.
Money's no object, but you can only pick one item, and it would be that one item you don't have that you've always wanted, but only one of them, not the whole list. What would be the one item?
Paul Stanley helicopter.
Paul Stanley helicopter. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And
again, it's not like it's one of a kind or whatever. But that's one I've always wanted.
I think you're the first one to go, well, for signs, I picked this, and for napkins, I picked it. Yeah. I'm like, no.
I listened to the rules.
All right, now I'm actually going to throw in one extra question here.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about John McAllister stealing the Night and Day Tavern from me?
I think it's a travesty. I really do, because you got a guy like yourself that has worked so hard to get this set up and working and everything, and then to have a guy come in and just basically take over your cover, basically.
Yeah.
And call it his own. It's criminal.
He even stole my opening line.
Exactly.
Well, howdy there, folks. Thanks, John.
Yeah. I'm shocked, to be honest with you. I thought he was a better man than that.
Yeah, we all did. He's we never know. He just goes out and walks those cornfields.
And I say, we're the even keel people that we are. Well, we'll let it slide. John seems to be a nice enough guy.
I think so.
And he probably just doesn't know any better.
I just kind of let him have it.
Right, exactly. Like I say, you gotta. These Iowa people. They're they can be a little. So you gotta we'll just go with it, and it's nice. We love the guy anyway. His wife's a sweetheart.
Well, she's way nicer than him.
Yeah, he outpunted his coverage there. There's no question.
All right, folks. We're here with the doctor. We're going to keep going.
Love you, John.
Hey, folks. Welcome back to the saloon. I hope you enjoyed the first half of this Hamm Show 2025 interviews with vendors and collectors. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you enjoyed it. When I was at that show, we went out to eat one night, and when I came back, or it was lunch, I guess, and we came back, and I walked into a new vendor's room who was next to me, and I found the unicorn glass, which is this glass I'm going to drink out of here in a minute. This is the Hamm Scandinavian mug. You'll notice it's a blown handle, and it's plied down here. It's got a honeycomb bottom, and they're pretty darn hard to find. I saw it sitting on the shelf, and I said, it's just another White Crown White Tree hourglass. And my gosh, it was not. And I was freaking out. There's a few of you that know me that knew how I went running down the hallway. I was freaking out. It was a find of a lifetime, and it made the whole trip just worthwhile for me. So anyway, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. All of that helps. Share it with your friends, share it on your page. The bigger we grow this channel, the bigger it gets, the more people we help, the more fun we can have. So, until the next round, I say cheers to you, friends. We'll see you next time. Oh, it's even better out of that glass. Have a good one.